Most retail traders are completely broke because they trade with emotion instead of a system. They see a breakout, for example, and they panic buy or panic sell, and the market immediately reverses and takes their money, all because they don't build and follow a solid system that they can rely on. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how professionals eliminate that noise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kei, and I'm a full-time Japanese trader currently living in Dubai. Today, we're diving into a pure Ichimoku strategy system by using the Tenkan bounce and first the Chikou span breakout trigger. And I will show you how to enter a market by sniper 5-minute entry time frame to protect your capital. But before we look at the charts, I want to give you the exact tool you need to master this. Maybe you know it already, but knowing the strategy is only 10% of the work. The other 90% is practice. And I've been using Forex system online for many years, and it's been an amazing tool, not only just to practice, but also to build my Ichimoku strategy that I can rely on. Without Forex Tester, I would never been able to be confident on my KTS, the Ichimoku trend follow strategy system, and never been a successful trader in Dubai. Forex Tester Online is to simulate the live market and build my discipline without risking a single dollar. And they have been an incredible partner with me and to my channel, and they provided a special discount code just for you today. You will find the link and the code in the description below in this video, so please get it now so you can practice exactly what I'm about to show you today. Okay, so here is the Forex Tester Online, and this is Pound AUD, and this was dated on the 14th of April, Tuesday. This was just about 1 month ago. We could have backtest in the previous markets like 2021 or 2000 all the way back, but the market conditions could be different. So first, it's better to backtest with the recent markets like this. And Forex Tester Online is the best tool to simulate the latest markets. So we have 1 hour market on the left and 5-minute market on the right side. At this moment, I never pay attention to the 5-minute time frame. I only look at the 1 hour time frame. So here I am seeing that there is a Chikou span over here, and Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen is flat, but the price has retraced to the Tenkan Sen, and it maybe bounce on here and goes down. So today's topic is about the Tenkan Sen bounce and the Chikou span breakout that we look for. So here we do see the Chikou span breakout, but the Chikou span breakout happens bullish, meaning Chikou span is coming above the candlesticks. But this is contradicting to the price location. The price is locating below Tenkan Sen, below Kijun Sen, below Kumo. So this is bearish. We have to look for selling opportunities, not buying opportunities. In that case, this Chikou span breakout bullish can be fake. So we better wait for the Chikou span to close below the candlesticks, and that's one of the entry timings. So I move forward the charts and see how it goes. By the way, I made the lines a bit thicker because previous video, the lines were a bit thin, so you are not able to see all the lines. So hopefully this time you're able to see Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, Chikou span, and Senko span A and B situations as I run the market. So now let me just move the bars one by one based on 1 hour time frame. Now this is becoming ranging, so we never know which way it's going at this stage. So this is not the good timing to enter the market. So I never pay attention to 5-minute chart in this situation. Okay, so now seems like the price is now coming a bit above the Tenkan Sen. Tenkan Sen angle is down, but you can see that the price is above the Tenkan Sen. Chikou span is touching the candlesticks, so this is a range. We cannot trade in this case. And let me see if I move a few more bars. Okay, seems like the market is now came above the Tenkan Sen and came to the Kijun Sen and the Kumo. Chikou span still touching the candlesticks, so this is still not the good timing to enter the market. Let me just move a few more. Okay, this is where exactly Chikou span closed below the candlesticks. You see the yellow Chikou span is now below the candlesticks. And the price is now below the Tenkan Sen. So this is what we look for. We have to look for the alignment with the 5 lines towards the major direction or major momentum, in this case bearish. As a result, the market was resisted by the Kumo Kijun Sen and down. And I just also noticed that this is called descending P wave situation, which is my favorite. That is, the highs are lower and lower over time, but the lows are the same. So this level, this key level is quite strong. We can see that it's quite strong, 1.90177. But because this is descending P wave or descending triangle situation, usually the market breaks, and once it breaks, the trend tends to continue longer. So this is where I enter the market even before the breakout of the support. So now that the market is down, just because Chikou span breakout happening, I don't enter the market. I do look at the candlestick patterns. So now I sniper entry on the 5-minute time frame. Let me zoom out the 5 minutes so that you can see the bigger picture. It's always better to see the bigger picture like this way before you focus on these small details. I read the waves first. So on the 5-minute time frame, the market has been up and down, ranging. Here was complete range, and there was a double top here. But this double top was broken, bullish, over here, and it became a reversal. So the market broke the resistances and retraced, and this part became pushback, and the market went up and broke the previous high. So this time the market became bullish in a wave. This is a sign of the continuing bullish trend. And this is exactly where the 1-hour Kijun Sen and Kumo was. The market was resisted by 1-hour Kumo Kijun Sen here, and then the market broke the previous low and highs, which was over here, and the market broke the range, and now it's down like this way. So this is the perfect entry timing at this moment because it broke the swing low on the 5-minute time frame. And not only that, there was actually, you may have already noticed that there was a head and the shoulders pattern, and the neckline was broken bearish. It could have tested the neckline this way and went down, but even if it didn't happen in this case, the market broke the range. There was also some candlestick patterns like inside breakout and doji's breakouts. But I do see the bearish momentum. So this is, to me, the perfect entry timing to sell. So this is the entry not by the Tenkan Sen bounce. This was more of the Kijun Sen bounce, Kumo bounce, plus the Chikou span breakout. And the price is below Tenkan Sen and Kumo Kijun Sen, and we have descending P wave situation. So most likely the market goes down bearish. Okay, now let me go ahead and enter the market. So I go to new order, and let's see. So this time sell. So I press sell button here, and for the stop loss, I will set the stop loss above the key level over here, above the previous resistance and support and the neckline of head and the shoulders. So I set that stop loss as 23 pips above where the price is right now. And for the take profit, I take 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. That means for TP, I take it as a, let's say, so times 3 would be 690, so 700 points, which is 70 pips of take profit, TP. So this is about 1 to 3 risk and the reward ratio. Here says 3.04 is the risk to reward ratio if the price reaches the target. And in terms of the risk, I will take 2%, so I will simply adjust it to 2% risk per trade, then place order. So now I set the stop loss over here and TP down here and see how it goes. Okay, this time I will move the bars one by one based on the 5-minute time frame so that we can exactly see how the market moves. But at the same time, I do look at the 1-hour chart and see if it breaks support or not. Let me see. So this time I just moved the bars one by one by this. Okay, initially the price is retraces, but this is only shallow retracement, so there's nothing to worry at this stage yet. So this is backtesting by Forex online, but still you can treat as if this is the live market because you don't see the future candlesticks, so that you can practice psychology as well. Just don't take it easy just because it's a backtesting tool. You better be serious in trading in backtesting as well to practice your psychology. Now I see that the market has been resisted by the previous support by the 5-minute time frame. So let's see if the market goes down from here. It becomes range now. But if I zoom out a little bit, then you see this support level has been resisted over here. So hopefully it breaks down and go this way. Okay, almost breakout. Okay, not yet. Okay, now we have the new breakout. So this is great. When I see the breakout like this, I lower the stop loss to here, to let's say to above the resistances over here. I could lower to here, but I think it's too narrow. The market may have retrace over here, and sometimes there's a fake breakout or stop loss hunting, and the market goes this way. I've seen this one many times, especially in the lower time frames. So this time I better not to do that. So I prefer to have enough buffer to the stop loss. I move it to here, just to be safer in this case. Okay, so let me continue now. On the 5-minute time frame, let me continue, move the bars one by one. Okay, now the market is going towards my direction. So TP is down here. Let me just zoom out on the 1 hour or 5-minute time frame, and TP is down here. So it's still a bit long way, but along the way down, I move the stop loss to break even and trial, so should be safer. All right, let's continue by 5-minute time frame. The market just goes up and down. Now we have a new range over here, but let's see if it breaks low like this, then I move this stop loss to here. So let's see. Okay, now we have 1 hour Kijun Sen sloping down, and Kumo is also sloping down, Tenkan Sen as well, and Chikou span remains below the candlesticks. So this is a typical sign of the new downtrend and continuous downtrend. So this is a good sign. Okay, now we have the new breakout of the range in 5-minute time frame. So let me move my stop loss to here above the previous range. Okay, now you see Tenkan-sen 1 hour is flat. Whenever you see Tenkan-sen flat, that means the market may be traced to Tenkan-sen. It may be traced to Tenkan-sen and bounce and goes down. But of course, it may go down continuously too. So as we monitor on the 5-minute time frame, if we see some reversal signal, then we better take profit there. So let's monitor for a while. Okay, the market continuously renewing lower and lower. So Tenkan-sen is pointing down again now. So in this case, I don't expect the price to retrace Tenkan-sen anymore. So I don't exit. As a trend follower myself, once the market is in the trend, I never exit manually. So this time, since we have the new breakout, I move my stop loss slightly below my positions. Let's say 2 pips below my positions. 21 pips, 21 points, plus 21 points means 2 pips. So even if the price retraces, I will be safe. I won't lose anything. So this is where you play the game of either break even or win, which everyone wants to play. So now I'm safer psychology. I can look for another opportunities to enter the market. So let me see if the market reaches the TP or retrace from here. Okay, let's go. Based on a 5-minute time frame, moving one by one. Okay, it's going down so strong. Okay, but still, it's not touching the TP yet. Okay, now we have both Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen flat. You can exit here, but to me, I think it may go down still. So to be safer, there was actually previous support become resistance level here. So if the market breaks here, then I prefer to exit manually because the price may retrace all the way to Tenkan-sen and I may lose these pips. But chances are the price may be resisted by here and continuing down. In that case, I keep holding my trade. So let's see which scenario it happens. Okay, here this is the market closed exactly on the previous resistances. Let me zoom in so that you can maybe see clearly. So I'm talking about this previous support and the resistance. And this market is exactly on here. And I actually noticed that this is called ascending P wave. Like this. We had the descending P wave in 1 hour time frame as we saw earlier, like this way. And the market nicely broke this way. But this time we have ascending P wave, ascending triangle in the bullish side, bullish direction. The price may retrace and it may break the ascending P wave and it may reach to the Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen. So if the market breaks here, I think I feel safer to just exit the trade. So I think I will just do that if that happens. So let me monitor for a while. Let me just move one more bar and see how it goes. Okay, next bar, it didn't break actually. This is not the breakout to me because there's a long wick. There's a long wick over here, but it's still, I can see still rejection, resistance. It's not clearly broken yet. So I still keep holding my trade. Okay, eventually there was a bearish bar with a long wick pointing upwards. So clearly there is a strong resistance. So I keep holding the position still. Okay, the market goes down nicely. So I keep holding the trade. Okay, this time, so initially it went down, but soon it came back up. And now I see a bullish momentum on the 5-minute time frame. So I feel safer to exit the trade. So here I take profit. Okay, so let me just go here and close my trade for now. Okay, so it didn't reach the target, but it's safer just to take profit to secure my my winning trade. Okay, so now still the price is bearish, so let's look for another opportunity to sell. So let me run the tester. Let me just zoom out on the 5-minute, but don't pay attention to 5-minute. I only pay attention to 1 hour to look for Ichimoku setup, and then sniper entry on the 5-minute. So I show both time frames, but in my mind, I'm only watching 1 hour time frame. So let me move the bars based on 1 hour time frame now. Okay, eventually the market became a range like this. And okay, looks like it's about to break bearish again. Oh, it broke. Okay, so here now, 1 hour before, there was a the blue Tenkan sen still a bit far from the candlesticks. But as I move the bars one by one on the 5-minute time frame, exactly on the next bar over here, this one, Tenkan sen got really closer to the candlestick. And this is also called the Tenkan sen bounce or Tenkan sen resistance. And plus, we have the new breakout of the range. If I zoom out more, then you see this is a range break on the 5 and plus Tenkan sen bounce. So this is the perfect entry timing for me too. So now I will go ahead and enter sell again. So let me go to new order, and let's say this time I place a stop loss above the range. I think that's reasonable. So this is 30 or 31 pips of stop loss. And for the take profit TP, I set 1 to 3 risk reward. So it's going to be 900 points, which is 90 pips, 90 pips. So the risk reward ratio this time is 2.93, almost 3. And risk percent will be 2% like last time, and then place order sell. Okay, so now let's see how this one goes. Okay, so let me move the bars on 5-minute. Okay, the market moves down nicely, but we have to just keep watching the market and see how it goes. So this time it wasn't about the Chikou span. It was about the Tenkan sen bounce and plus the 5-minute range breakout strategy. Okay, market is going down nicely. We have the new breakout over here. Okay, now that the market is running enough pips, I move the stop loss to below my position to secure my position so that I don't lose in this case. Okay, but TP is still too far. It's 990 pips, sorry. 90 pips below, so it's down here. So let's see if it reaches. If it doesn't, then I will just exit. Manually exit and take profit somewhere. So this time I'm watching the 1 hour time frame. Since 1 hour still down, it's still safe to enter the market. When you see this situation, you may think it's oversold or you may be too late to enter the market, but Ichimoku shows it's still healthy downtrend. Kumo is thick enough. We have the Tenkan-sen bounce. So that means next time the price may retrace, but it may bounce on the Tenkan-sen again and continues down. There's a higher chance like that. So to me, this is downtrend and not oversold. So let me just continue on the 5 minute. It just continuously going down. So now I will trial the profit. So my stop loss is here. I move the stop loss to here to secure 20 pips of profit. And the target is here. It's almost reaching. So let me see how it goes. Okay, still down. There's no reason for me to exit yet. Okay, 5 minute became a range. Okay, now you can see that there is another Tenkan-sen touch. So when the market touches Tenkan-sen here, I want to see if it bounces and goes down. So to do that, I check the 5 minute time frame. In the 5 minute time frame, we have two tops over here. So if the neckline breaks, that's the entry signal to sell and see if the market goes down more. And in that case, if this happens, then that's the Tenkan-sen bounce in 1 hour time frame. So this is how I sniper enter the market. I don't enter sell just because the price touches Tenkan-sen or just because there is a pin bar or something in 1 hour. I look at the 5 minute time frame and I use the candlestick patterns, and I use actually some other tools like Bollinger Band, Stochastic, and Fibonacci. But candlesticks are basics. Even candlestick patterns, you can sniper entry easily and with more confidence. Again, we have the Tenkan-sen touch, Tenkan-sen bounce, just like before here. So if this time bounces, M5 shows bearish, then I enter sell and see if this one also makes me profit. But if the market breaks the double top, then of course I wouldn't enter. And plus, I would exit my position to take profit. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, so the market broke the neckline bearish. And this is still the sign that there is a potential Tenkan-sen bounce. We see that in the 5 minute potential trend continuation. So here I enter sell. So let me open new order now. And this time, let's say stop loss is going to be, let me just zoom out a little bit. Let me just close this once and zoom out to see where are the highs. Okay, so in this case, stop loss, I think this is too tight. 12 pips, 13 pips of stop loss is too tight. So in this case, I put the stop loss on swing high, which is the up here, 340 points, which is 34 pips above. So for the TP, if it's a 1-to-3 ratio, then it's going to be also 980, almost 100 pips. So I put 1,000 points, which is 100 pips of reward. So in this case, again, the risk reward is going to be 2.94, almost 3. And I risk 2% again on this particular trade. So I set the risk percent as 2. Then place order sell. So now this one is also executed again with the Tenkan-sen bounce in 1 hour and plus 5 minute sniper entry like this. But in the markets, of course, nothing guaranteed. After this, the market may retrace, but the loss is going to be very minimal. But if the market goes down, you get more reward than the losses. In this way, as I show you my monthly performance video, you have the bullish N wave on the graph, on the performance graph. You have some small drawdowns or break-even trades, but these big wins can cover these previous small drawdowns is my strategy. Okay, so now let's continue. Let me run the chart by 5-minute time frame. Okay, it's almost breaking the resistance this time. In 1 hour time frame, the market is about to break the Tenkan Sen bullish. So this time, in 5-minute time frame, if the next bar or if the next few bars will break the resistance over here, then I will simply exit my trade based on the rule. So let's see how this one goes. I just move one more and see. Okay, this one is still very shallow, so let me just move one more. Okay, this one became bearish. So still, this is exactly on the Tenkan Sen, so that's why the market is becoming range. Whenever the market touches or reaches Tenkan Sen area or Kijun Sen area, and especially Kumo area, the market becomes like a turbulence. Yeah, this time the price is still on the Tenkan Sen 1 hour and 5-minute time frame becoming choppy. I will just make sure that the market breaks the previous high on the 5, then exit all the positions, or still the market goes down and keep holding. This time I continue monitor. If this is a live market, this is when I monitor closely every 5 minutes. Okay, still ranging. Okay, so eventually the market was resisted by the Tenkan Sen and down. Okay, seems like this time it became a Tenkan Sen bounce again. And okay, so we have the new downtrend like this. We move first the stop loss of the first position, which was this one over here, to trail the profits to here, to the previous high. This is my previous trade. And this time trade on this Tenkan Sen bounce trade stop loss is here, so I move this one number 5 to, let's see, here as well. Still, break even is okay. I think we have running pips of 20, 21 pips. So yeah, let me just set this as a break even here so that I don't lose anymore. I put the stop loss 20 pips, 2 pips below. So this one is trading profit, and this is making a 35, 36 pips of profit. And in total now, we have 75 pips of running profit on the previous trade. In this trade, on the most recent Tenkan Sen bounce, we have some running profits over here, about 20 pips of running profits. So let's see how this one goes. So basically, as long as price is below Tenkan Sen, you keep holding the trade with this strategy. So in this case, you don't have any second thoughts. You just keep holding and holding. So seems like the first position hit the stop loss and took 90 pips of stop loss already. So this is when exactly it was taking profit. So we have still second one live. So now we have a new breakout over here. So I move the stop loss to here, to the previous high, and start to trail the profits. Okay, let me go by 5-minute time frame. Okay, now this is actually when I exit my trade. This is when I take profit. So let me take profit first and explain why I do this. Okay, so this is a take profit of our most recent trade on the most recent Tenkan Sen bounce. There are 2 reasons. One reason is that the Tenkan Sen became flat. So that means the market most likely retraces to Tenkan-sen, and chances are it may break and continues all the way up to the Kijun-sen. So to me, it's safer to exit the trade for now to secure some profit. And plus, when you look at the 5-minute time frame, there was a breakout of the previous high. So this indicates that this is a continuation of the retracement. So based on these two reasons, I exited the trade. Yeah, let's see how this one goes. If there's another Tenkan-sen bounce, then I can enter the market again. But let's see. See, Tenkan-sen, the blue Tenkan-sen 1 hour is completely flat, so it may retrace. Okay, now we have the Tenkan-sen breakout bullish. Let me zoom in so that maybe you can see a clear picture here. So the market closed above the 1 hour Tenkan-sen. So from here, the market becomes complete random, or this time it may retrace all the way to the flat Kijun-sen area. So this is when the retracement starts with Ichimoku. 5-minute time frame is ranging still, but it may break the resistance, and once it does, the probability becomes higher to retrace to Kijun-sen. And let me see if I just move the bars. Okay, it just becomes ranging now. Yeah, it just becomes range. Okay, there was actually the new breakout. So the market eventually went down and continued downtrend. But this is when I stopped trading because it's risky. Like I mentioned before, if the market broke the resistance over here in the 5-minute, then it may have gone up to the Kijun-sen. So anyways, it was safer to just exit the trade. And like this, if the market continues down, then you can always re-enter the market and put the stop loss over here and take more profits by following the strategy. But this is how you can also do this Chikou span breakout strategy as first, and then few Tenkan-sen bounce strategies with 5-minute sniper entries. There is one Japanese proverb I teach my students, and that is katte kabuto no o shimeyo. It translates to tighten the strap of your helmet after a victory. In war situation, when you fight the war as a soldier, and when you keep fighting and when you keep winning the battle, then you may feel overconfident and you may not notice that the helmet string is loosened because you're overconfident. And then eventually you may get defeated. So it means do not get arrogant when you win the trade. One good trade does not make you a master. True mastery comes from repeating this exact process hundreds of times until it becomes muscle memory. And that is why I insist on backtesting. If you want to tighten your helmet and actually build wealth in these markets in this way, click the link in the description and use the discount code to get the Forex Tester online. And before you just use this in the live market, please test this Chikou span strategy and Tenkan-sen bounce strategy for yourself by using this Forex Tester online. And please do at least 50 trades using this and find the winning patterns. Then you should be able to be more confident to follow rules in the live market. And for those of you who want to go deeper, who want to master the exact nuances of that 5-minute sniper entry with the risk and psychology management and how to navigate the choppy market, that's what we do every week inside of the Global Trading School. The next opening is in July 2026 and the seats are limited up to 5 members. So please check the description and contact me if you wish to participate. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be disciplined, protect your capital, and I will see you on the next video. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. またね。 Bye for now.